Cheers. It's the day our war god prince proposes. Let's drink till we drop tonight. Oh, so envious. Those guests get to eat and drink. But we're stuck guarding the bride's door. So frustrating. I want to eat meat too. Oh, don't do that. The bride's identity is not ordinary. What are you muttering about? Not doing your duty properly, and you still have time to chat? It seems I haven't been strict enough with you. Greetings, Your Highness. Forget it, it's a joyous occasion today. This king will not pursue it further. All of you, leave. He. It's a good thing the prince isn't angry. Let's go, let's hurry. Maybe we can still catch the banquet. Your Highness. Prince, miss. Him. Humph. I only took a little of his heart blood with a dagger. He actually fainted. The legendary heir of the Ling Nanyun family is nothing more than this. Your Highness, please, quickly summon the imperial physician. Miss. She's stopped breathing. The young lady is the legitimate daughter of the Chancellor's household. She is a descendant of the Yun family of Lingnan. If she were to die on her wedding night, the Chancellor wouldn't let it go. Dead is dead. Would I, your prince, be afraid of a mere Chancellor? Your Highness. It was Gu Mingyan who insisted on marrying into the prince's manor, weaving her own cocoon. Why should I save such a woman? Lewd and flirtatious. Don't kneel. Get up. Miss, you're still alive. Yi Jiao. This kind of person isn't worth begging. As expected, a 1,000-year-old scourge. I knew you weren't that easy to kill. It's Gu Mingyan, too. You schemed and plotted to marry me. To let you die so easily. Wouldn't that be too cheap for you? Do you see this bottle of heart blood? Consider this vial of my lifeblood a gift for Wanner to welcome her. We'll have plenty of time together in the future. Miss, you poured your heart into marrying into the prince's manor. But the prince actually... Why do you do this to yourself? Yin Chang. You must walk the path you've chosen yourself. I can handle it. You're not allowed to cry either. Young miss, what's wrong with you? How could you say such a thing? That's not like you at all. Yin Xiao, stop shaking. I'm dizzy and short of breath right now. Oh, silly girl. How could I possibly tell you that I'm a doctor who time-traveled from the 21st century? Because he died suddenly after working 40 hours in the operating room. Humph. You'd believe that? As if. But who is this Su Yuan, anyway? Wanner's heart's blood. I've brought it. Xian Gij. Why bother? Let Wanner die. The new princess will keep you company in Wanner's place. Don't mention that woman. Right now, I just hope you get better soon. Wanner, I hope you recover soon. We still have so many dreams to fulfill. Okay, Xian Gij. Wanner, I promise you. A group of useless mothers. Wanner has been unconscious since taking the medicine at noon. What exactly happened? Miss Su's illness is congenital. Gu Mingyan's heart's blood can only protect Miss Su's damaged heart. But even if it can't be cured, she shouldn't be unconscious. Could this ancient text be unreliable? Xian Gij, Brother Xian. Wanner, you're awake. How are you feeling? Is anything uncomfortable? Wanner, what's wrong? It hurts. It hurts so much. Wanner. Wanner. Don't scare me. Shwemuching. What's going on? This is impossible. Miss Sue. Miss Sue's condition has worsened. What did you say? My lord, I'm afraid it's Gu Mingyan's heart's blood. That's of no use to Miss Sue. No, there must be a way to save Wanner. It must be that the heart's blood isn't enough. It must be so. I'll go get more. Your Highness. Yes? Gu Mingyan. Duan Qingxian. What does he want? Gu Mingyan, do you know what you've done? Humph. Know what? What have I done wrong? Ah. Looking at how angry you are. Could it be that the person you were trying to save didn't make it? Shut your mouth. At your wedding banquet, you stabbed me in the chest for another woman. You did such a wicked thing. How dare you tell me to be quiet? Go ahead and kill me. Or are you afraid to? Afraid? Humph. Let me tell you the truth. This time, I've come to take several more bowls of Wanner's heart's blood. Now, do you still think I dare not? I thought Duan Qingxian and Su Yuan as well were all just a dream. When I open my eyes again, I can still return to the operating room. But it hurts so much. My chest hurts so badly. It hurts. I'm hemorrhaging. Emergency measures must be taken immediately. The wound seems a little better. I'm still alive. Humph, a vile woman like you is just tenacious. I suppose that's your only virtue. Damn you. Duan Qingxian. Even if you drain my blood and use my bones as medicine, you giving everything to Su Yuan, your little lover, won't make her better. Do you know why this is happening? It's all because you're so cruel and vicious. You've committed too many sins. It's all retribution. Gu Mingyan. Don't push your luck. Listen here, you bitch. The reason you're still alive today is all thanks to Wanner. You can curse me if you want. But if you dare utter a single curse against Wanner, I'll kill you. Wuxin is in trouble. He genuinely wants to kill me. Prince Mu Qing and the doctor request an audience. Let him in. Your Highness. Speak whatever you have to say here. If that woman dares to spread rumors outside, I will have her head. Your Highness. The prescription for Miss Sue still requires one rare herb, the Jade Dragon Snow. This thing is nowhere else. It's the Ling Nanyun family's heirloom. Oh, it's related to this woman. Tell me where the Jade Dragon Snow is. Humph, the Jade Dragon Snow is my family's heirloom. Why should I give it to an outsider? Humph, are you willing to be with me? Mother has ordered someone to search for me. Wait a minute. Mother, bandage him. Don't let him die like this. After the prince searched, Yu Longxue wasn't in the room. Humph, go on. Where exactly is Gu Mingyan and Yu Longxue? Humph. Is this how you ask someone for a favor, Duan Qingxian? You resort to violence when you don't get your way, so the so-called war god is no different from an ordinary brute? Gu Mingyan, I think you're being stubborn. Who do you think you are? Do you think you have the right to bargain with me? Or do you think this sword wound isn't deep enough? Do you need something else to teach you a lesson? Take your dowry maid, for example. She's certainly not as fearless as you are. Duan Qingxian, you madman. You actually want to use Yin Xiao. Damn it. Why did I have to meet such a vile person? I need to think of a way quickly. Why aren't you speaking? It's alright if you can't bear to part with Yin Xiao. I can always find someone else. Someone else. Right, the Gu family. Okay, I promise you. Oh. Sorry, Your Highness. My princess, I'm in trouble. Mother, who were you just calling? Princess consort's mother. Don't you listen to me anymore? Mu Qing knows her wrong. Please, Your Highness, forgive me. Humph. Knowing you're wrong is good. Mu Qing, remember this. The position of mistress in this prince's mansion will forever belong to Wanner. You're going to treat that woman's wounds, right? Gu Mingyan, you can tell me now. Where have you hidden the Jade Dragon Snow? Miss Gu, the Jade Dragon Snow is an inanimate object. It's not as important as a life. It's best not to oppose the prince. The Jade Dragon Snow isn't with me. If the prince wants it, I'm afraid he'll have to come back to the Gu residence with me. Do you want me to accompany you back to your family's home? Yes. It's been 3 days since my wedding. If I don't return home soon, the Gu family will likely not let it go. I am currently injured. After my wounds heal, I would trouble Your Highness to accompany me back to my family's home. Fine, I'll go back with you. But don't even think about playing any tricks. I understand. Mother has gone back. Does it really mean we can only rely on the Gu family now? Xian Gij, Brother Xian. Xian Gij, Brother Xian. Wanner, you're awake. That's wonderful. Where did Xian Gij go? Wanner, don't be afraid. I only went to Fengming Garden for a while. Fengming Garden? Yes. Is that the Western Princess's place? Mother said she wants to cure your illness. They need the Yun family heirloom from Lingnan. Gu Mingyan wants me to accompany her back to her family home. Only then will she give me the herbs. What? Brother Xian is going to accompany the princess back to her family home? Wanner, don't worry. It's just a show. That's all. I'll wait until you're better. The position of princess consort must be yours. Gu Mingyan. You truly have impressive methods. Wanting Xian Gij to accompany you back to your family home, you even dare? This matter began because of me. Yet others suffer on my behalf. I must personally go to the Gu family. No, your body is too weak. Going to the Gu family is such a trivial matter, it's not worth your time. That has nothing to do with whether it's worth it or not. Who likes seeing their important people groveling? I'm tired of this body of mine. It's fine if I'm the one suffering. Why does even Xian Gij have to suffer? Isn't there a way for neither of us to suffer? Wanner. Don't cry. I'll find a way. A solution that benefits everyone. Wanner, when I was at my lowest, you saved me. You are my princess. Miss, you've been waiting for 3 hours since this morning. Your wounds haven't healed yet. You're still weak. It's not good to catch a cold. Little fool. Look at you worrying. I've already asked Qing Dai to find out. But you're out here catching a chill with me. You make it sound like I'm mistreating you. Not yet. It's clearly the young miss who doesn't care for herself enough. Huh, miss. Ha ha ha. Jean Dan, what happened to your face? Who hit you? Yin Xiao, quickly get some clean water and medicine. Such a heavy blow, it would be bad if it left a scar. Be good, don't cry. Tell me what happened. Miss, Qing Tai only asked in the courtyard when the lord would depart. The prince flew into a terrible rage. Father had me slapped twice. He said he's taking Su Yuan with him to my return visit today. Ha ha ha. Su Yuan? Su Yuan again? What exactly is so special about that Su Yuan? What made Duan Chengxian change his mind so quickly? Miss, everything is ready. The doctor is waiting. Yin Xiao, you take Qing Dai to see the doctor first. Yes. Miss, where are you going? To meet that Su Yuan. Returning a visit? What visit? Did you see that Wanner isn't feeling well? If you're going back home, leave quickly. If not, get back to your room. Hurry up and go. I get annoyed just seeing you. Wanner, let's go back to our room. You're too weak. You can't stay in the sun for too long, Brother Xian. Don't blame Sister Gu. Sister Gu. I'm sorry, it's because Wanner's health is so frail. The prince is just too worried about Wanner. That's why he acted like that. That smile just now was Sha Yi's. Miss Su, you're welcome. Call Mu Qing. Get Mu Qing to come here immediately. How is Miss Wanner, the carpenter? Your Highness, don't worry. Miss Su simply stayed in the sun too long, causing her old illness to relapse. Gu Mingyan. If you hadn't forced Wanner wouldn't be like this. What did I do? His Highness saw everything clearly from the sidelines. Gu Mingyan was just speaking angrily. Besides, the fact remains that she harbored evil intentions. You. Humph. Why does your Highness want to teach me a lesson again? Go ahead and do it. I'm a weak woman. And I'm already injured. No matter how much I resist, I'm no match for you. But Miss Su. Could you please wait until we get the Phoenix Gall and Jade Dragon Snow? Gu Mingyan, what are you trying to say? I only came to seek justice for my maid. But your Highness, you make me think of two things. The first is that I am merely a princess in name only. Marrying into the prince's mansion was my poor judgment. I consider myself unlucky in this matter. What I truly want to ask is, if the Gu family learns of our incompatibility, would you be willing to hand over the Yun family heirloom? You want to threaten me with medicinal herbs? Not at all. The whole of Kanglan knows you exclusively favor Su Yuan. But now, this nominal princess consort, since marrying in, it's long past the time for a return visit home. Why is that? Only the prince himself knows. But the Gu family is unaware. They already suspect, to some extent, that the prince favors Miss Su, above all others. Humph. Do you think, under these circumstances, Gu Jia will risk Su Yuan's life? Shall I offer you these two herbs? So I can only cooperate with you and act out a scene of a loving couple. That depends on your Highness's decision. Furthermore, although Jade Dragon Snow and Phoenix Whisk are both from the Gu family, they are in my grandfather's hands. Your gold, silver, and jewelry, as well as silk, are barely enough to satisfy the Gu family. But for my grandfather, it's better to consider a different offer. Enough, I understand. What's the second thing? Gu Mingyan is injured, and unable to perform the ceremony. I thank you, Prince Gu, for your thoughtful consideration. Stop with the melodrama and just tell me. Your Highness should know that my grandfather has always doted on me. The second thing is, has your Highness ever considered what status Miss Su will use to return home with us? In what capacity will Wanner return home? You want to use Wanner's status as a pretext to prevent Wanner from returning home with me? Humph, not at all. I will not bring Miss Su back home. I never said that. Gu Mingyan, however, has a way to solve it perfectly. Enough, just say it. Let me state this beforehand. This plan will entirely follow Miss Su's wishes. Naturally, Miss Su cannot be a concubine. Then it can only be. Bitch, get your filthy hands off me. Miss Su is incredibly audacious. My hand is not something a lowly dog like you can touch. Damn Gu Mingyan. She actually made me dress up as a maid in these clothes, making me the laughingstock of these vile women. Wanner, you're here. Do you know what tricks Gu Mingyan used? I actually got Duanqing Xian to agree. Brother Xian. However, Wanner, I'm sorry. I made you suffer this time. As long as this man is mine. Brother Xian, Wanner's feeling better. Wanner said. I'm willing to do anything for Brother Xian. Don't mention Gu Mingyan. Everything will be mine in the future. Let that bitch live a little longer for now. This debt. I've noted it down today. A set of acupuncture needles for wine, over 30 sets of other types of silver needles, 2 ancient medical books and some. All the gifts are all prepared. You've worked hard. Not at all. Your Highness is too kind. You are the one who insisted on returning. Why are you hesitating now? Of course, personally arranging the gifts shows sincerity. How can someone of your Highness's noble birth not understand these principles? Gu Minion, you only know how to be quick with your tongue. Xian Gij. Xian Gij, don't be angry. It's Wanner who caused trouble for my sister. It's not my sister's fault. Wanner, you're just too kind. Oh, I really hope we arrive at the Gu residence before noon. Mother, what are all those people doing there? So many people. They're probably waiting for some important person. Father. Making such a big scene on the main street. It's so embarrassing. Even if Yenner becomes a princess, she is your daughter after all. Did it really require such a fuss? Prince Jing is coming today. Naturally, we should welcome him grandly. You're the head wife. How can you not understand this? Of course I know the prince is coming. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had Zijin specially dress me. Mother, you needn't worry. Zijin knows what she's doing. I knew it. My daughter is the most intelligent. Prince Jing has arrived. Greetings to your Highness. Get up. Wanner, slow down. Hey, who is that maid? Yeah, why is Prince Jing so kind to her? She's a maidservant in the prince's mansion. It's hot today, and that girl is a little bit heat-stricken. It's only natural that the prince would show her extra care. Damn Gu Mingyan. She actually beat me to it and defined my identity. Gu Mingyan, what nonsense are you talking about? Your Highness, Miss Wanner is unwell. This is the only way to get her to rest quickly. Father, your daughter hasn't been home in a long time. Don't you miss your daughter, father? I originally thought marrying Gu Mingyan to the Prince Jing would only bring him shame. Oh my. Yenner, what kind of joke is this? But now, seeing him and Su Yuan dressed like this. Could it be that Prince Jing's favor is no longer solely on Su Yuan? Oh, quickly. Butler Wang, take Miss Su down to rest. Yes. Yenner, quickly go and attend to the prince. Let's have a good chat after we return to the manor. Yes, father. Miss Su, this way please. Miss Su. Xian Gij. Wanner, you haven't been feeling well lately. You should rest first. I will definitely take care of it for you. Your Highness, we should return to the Chancellor's mansion. I know. Yenner Madam Gu, what is it? Oh, my dear child. Even as a princess, you should still address me as mother. Humph. If it weren't for the fact that my mother died young, how dare you, a concubine, pout your lips here? Humph. Forget it. Mother was just reminding you that today is your homecoming. Logically speaking, the prince is going to serve tea to me and father. You should remind the prince. There's no reason for a prince to serve tea to his subjects. He wants me to make a fool of myself. He should at least use his brain. He still thinks I'm the weak and polite original owner. Ha ha ha. I understand. You and father just wait. Oh, what a good child. Oops, I was so busy chatting with Yenner. I completely forgot to supervise the servants, preparing the snacks. Zijin and I are ready to go. Miss, madam, you're sighing. I know. Just you wait and see. Oh dear. Gu Mingyan agreed readily. Why is there still no movement? My lord. Yenner has a question to ask you. I wonder if your highness would be willing to help Yenner understand. What tricks is this woman trying to play again? What is it? Speak, mother just told me. That a son-in-law should offer tea to his father-in-law during the return visit. But while seniority has its order, the difference in status is even more significant. But you are a prince. The emperor's own brother. Should someone of your status really need to offer tea to my father? Yenner, don't joke. When did I ever say such a thing? Didn't mother? The maids around me all heard it too. Didn't they? Qing Dai, you heard it clearly, didn't you? Madam, remind His Highness to remember to offer tea to the Chancellor and his wife. So Madam Gu is waiting for this king to offer you tea? I don't. Be quiet. Unmannerly would be one thing. But making a nuisance of yourself. His Highness is instructing her. My knowledge is limited. Your Highness, please don't blame me. Since the founding of Kanglan, we have always upheld the order of seniority, and the distinction between superiors and inferiors. Madam Gu, if you were to drink the tea I offer today, in time, wouldn't you also require His Imperial Majesty, your elder, to perform a bow before you? Your humble servant dares not. Your humble servant deserves 10,000 deaths. Father, you dare not. And mother? Your humble concubine dares not. Your humble concubine dares not. Gu Mingyan. You damned girl. Grand Minister Gu, you can't just kneel here. You should at least do something. Yes, yes, yes. This minister will punish this foolish woman. Someone, quickly drag this foolish woman to the backyard for confinement and reflection. Your Highness, it seems father and mother know they were wrong. Please forgive them. Gu Mingyan, you vented your anger through this prince's hand. Don't forget the conditions you'll be exchanging it for. Your Highness, rest assured, I'll go get it for you right away. But while I'm going to the Western Garden, Father, please keep your Highness company. Miss? Miss, you're in such a hurry. Where are we going now? Go see your maternal grandfather. You should at least let your grandfather know you're safe. This servant greets you. Please rise, your Highness. What is it? The princess consort requests your presence. Please come with me. They've all been confined to their quarters. Still not being honest. I wonder what tricks he's up to. Miss, what should we do? Should we go? Go. Why wouldn't we go? I'm a princess, am I afraid of him? Let's go down. Tell Madame Gu. I'll be there soon. Isn't this the princess consort Jing? Are you going to see your mother? I'm going to see my mother as well. Princess consort, come with me. I see that without the prince, no one can protect you. I really need to teach you a lesson. Humph. It's clearly prearranged. I'd like to see what tricks you're up to. Unexpectedly, even after his marriage, the Prince Jing remained so unruly. But if we continue this conversation, my plans might fall through. I hear that the prince returned victorious from his campaign. Why haven't I seen you at court lately? It's nothing. Just needs 2 or 3 years of rest. Then, these past few days. Lord Gu, I am tired. Where did you send Yenner? Oh, Your Highness. Your Highness, please wait. Your Highness, I have a request. My nephew has reached the age where he wishes to seek a position in the army. I hope Your Highness will grant this favor for the sake of Yin Qin. That old fox, Gu Cheng. His daughter just married in, and already he's trying to profit from it. I understand. Let him enter the army directly after some time. Where is the princess? I want to see her. Your humble servant thanks you, Your Highness, someone. Go quickly and see, where is the princess? This servant greets Your Highness, Master. Your Highness. I've just made inquiries. The maidservant in the front courtyard said that the princess went to Madam's quarters. Oh, send someone to call him back. His Highness is waiting for him. No need. I'll go find her myself. That earlier remark, Yenner. Could it be that Gu Mingyan's status in the prince's mansion has surpassed Su Yuan's? Everyone says that Prince Jing loves Su Yuan to distraction. But today, he actually took Gu Mingyan's side. This is so strange. In this world, our family's Zijin. Mother. Sister Zijin has come to pay her respects to mother. My dear daughter. Mother, Zijin has come to see you. How is it that Yenner, now a princess consort, has omitted even the basic courtesies to her elders? Mother really is incorrigible, no matter how many lessons she receives, she was just punished. She's probably thinking about making me perform a courtesy again. Gu Mingyan, how are you speaking to me? You have no manners at all. Mother is the mistress of the Prime Minister's household. Mistress? Madam Gu, are you joking? Forget about being the mistress. Considering my current status, even my father should bow to me. How dare you insult your father? You're utterly lawless. Believe it or not, I'll have you on your knees at the ancestral hall. I'm so terrified. Who dares frighten this king's wife? That voice. Kneeling in the ancestral hall. Madam Gu, you have quite the nerve. Yenner is my princess consort. Does this mean I should kneel with her as well? Your Highness. This concubine didn't know. His Highness has arrived. Your Highness, forgive me. Why is Your Highness here? I'm wasting Your Highness's time. What's wrong with you? Why are you interfering? Coming here to stir things up, to see my princess? How could this be a trivial matter that wastes time? It's because you're too inefficient. You said you were going to get herbs. I waited ages and you didn't show up. I thought you'd slipped away. Can you stop making a fuss here? Hurry up and do your proper job. Your Highness, please don't be angry. My wife used to always make me kneel in the ancestral hall. This sort of thing is just everyday life. I'm used to it. I can handle it. I've found it strange since the tea offering started in the Tang dynasty. We're clearly family. Yet he's constantly fighting against his scheming stepmother. Yenner. Mother is doing this for your own good. You can. But you mustn't speak so recklessly, slandering your father. Mother is only doing this for your sister's sake. Sister, just don't go, involving the prince. That's going too far. I have to endure the bullying of my blood relatives, and also watch out for father's underhanded tactics, yet he says he's used to this kind of Gu family. Born into a family like this, it's no wonder his personality is so complex. Yenner, though you are a noble princess, how can you not understand the principles of being a child? Wearing a bloody cloak. You constantly spy on Shijin in secret, thrusting a dagger into your own weakness. Such a Gu family is just as nauseating as the royal family. It seems Gu Jia takes good care of the princess. I wouldn't have known he suffered so much before if the princess hadn't mentioned it. Is Duan Chengxian speaking up for me? Why's this guy suddenly changed his ways? It's frightening. Mother punishes you. She only ever punishes you. Understand the rules. The Gu family is an aristocratic family after all. How dare you act so recklessly? It seems there's truth to this. The esteemed Chancellor's mansion, abusing its legitimate daughter? If this gets out, it won't sound good at all. Your Highness. Mother truly had no such intention. Then why is this happening? It's just that elder sister has always acted like a legitimate daughter, thinking herself superior. Zijin, don't make a fuss. Mother merely sent him to the ancestral hall for reflection. Your Highness, forgive me. It's truly because the princess is so unruly, that I, your concubine, resorted to this measure. Isn't that so, Madame Gu? Do you still remember the day Yenner married the prince? His Majesty, with his golden words, praised me for my intelligence and grace. He said I was virtuous and kind, but Madame says I have a violent temper. So you mean to say His Majesty was lying? This damned girl. She actually dares to use such a serious accusation against me. My lord is wise. Your servant wife had absolutely no such intention. This girl is not only quick-witted, but also very competitive. Madam, please get up. If others were to see this, they would think that our Wangya is bullying you, Gu Mingyan. Don't push it. You think that just because you're the princess consort, you can do whatever you want? It's all because of the prince's purple gold, isn't it? Mother, Zishi, will you be quiet? Kneel down. Mother, I've done nothing wrong. I told you to kneel. Sister knows she's wrong. Please forgive this silly girl, elder sister. This stupid girl has offended the prince. The Gu family won't have an easy time of it. I should be more restrained. There will be plenty of opportunities to deal with this little vixen later. Humph, madam. Do I still have to kneel at the ancestral hall? Hee, your highness is joking. You are the princess consort. There's no reason to make you kneel in the ancestral hall. That's right. Madam Gu, you can act however you like within the manor. But if you act this way before the emperor, you mustn't. Be careful, or you'll lose your head. We respectfully see the prince off. Your highness, princess consort. Let's go. Humph. You lowly girl, we'll see how long your good fortune lasts. I thought the struggles within the royal family were exciting enough, but it turns out the prime minister's mansion isn't lacking in drama either. Doesn't your father ever stand up for you? My father and I have been estranged since I was young. We barely speak. Let alone him making decisions for me, even less so. Since your highness has asked me, I also have a question for you. Your highness suddenly spoke up for me. Was it out of sympathy for my situation? Don't flatter yourself. I won't sympathize with you. That was just a show. What are you laughing at? You're a strange woman. It's nothing. I'm just relieved the prince said that. I don't need your help out of pity. A victory achieved that way leaves me feeling unfulfilled. Oh, right. Your highness, your acting was quite good. Deserves praise. Who needs your praise? Your acting is so bad. You can't even act like a loving couple. It almost blew your cover. But the Gu family is my maiden family. It's my battlefield, too. Please, your highness, interfere as little as possible. Respect my way of fighting. TCH. She's just a little pretty, that's all. I've cooperated with everything you wanted to do. When will you give me the herbs Wanner needs? I'll go see my maternal grandfather now. The herbs will be sent to the prince as soon as possible. Very good, Gu Mingyan. Don't you dare play any tricks in front of me. You can't bear the consequences. Thank you for your guidance, Prince. Gu Mingyan takes her leave. Wow, is that the legendary war god, Prince Jing? So handsome. Shoo, keep your voice down. Don't let him find out. Speaking of which, shouldn't Prince Jing be with his princess? What's he doing in the back garden? Who knows? Maybe he's secretly sneaking off to see some girl. He's sneaking around. You've read too many romance novels. Come out. Wow, so handsome. Langya. Langya. Your subordinate greets the prince. May I ask what your command is, my prince? Go and keep an eye on Gu Mingyan for me. I want to know what he talked about with Yun Qingyang. Notify me immediately when he comes out. Yes, my lord. Wanner, I'm back. Brother Xian. You're finally back. How are you? Are you feeling better? Your complexion was so bad just now. I was so worried. It's alright. He probably got stuffy in the carriage. Xian Gij. Did the princess's family give Xian Gij any trouble? I am the prince. Who would dare to trouble me? It was Gu Mingyan. He probably hasn't had a good time at the Gu residence all these years. Brother Xian, you must be tired. Have some tea. What's with that expression on his face? Could he be feeling sorry for Gu Mingyan? Really? It's probably because Wang Fei has had a hard time all these years. That's probably why she's developed such a strong personality. That's what you call stubbornness. Inflexible. And she doesn't know how to compromise. She doesn't have the qualities a woman should possess. Xian Gij, you should care for her more in the future, and cherish the princess more. You don't need to worry about these things. Just focus on taking care of your health. In such a short time. What on earth happened? Xian Gij's attitude towards him actually changed. Xian Gij's instructions. How dare Wanner disobey? Gu Mingyan. You wouldn't really try to steal Xian Gij away, would you? Miss and Master have been waiting for you for a long time. Please go in quickly. Miss/Sir. We've been waiting for you for a long time. Please go in quickly. You look refreshed. Wait for me at the door. Yes. Grandfather Yen is here to see you. Finally, you're back. You heartless little girl. I thought after you got married, you wouldn't even remember your maternal grandfather. Grandfather's not angry, not angry. Yenner has missed you terribly. Huh. Why are you only returning for a visit today? But I was made things difficult for. There are no elders in the prince's mansion. Who could make things difficult for me? Before your marriage, Prince Jing and that Su Shi woman caused a huge scandal throughout the city. After you married into the family, I haven't heard him move out either. Tell your maternal grandfather the truth. Were you bullied at the Prince Jing's manor? Grandfather, don't worry. No matter what happens, Yenner will handle it properly. Alright. Go then. Stubborn girl, if you really suffer any injustice, just come back. No matter what others say, grandfather's door will always be open to you. Grandfather. Yenner remembers. Yenner, don't be afraid. Your grandfather is still young. He will definitely protect you. Gu Mingyan, oh Gu Mingyan. Your grandfather loved you so much. Yet you, blind to it all, fell for such a scoundrel. You lost your virginity. And you said you let your grandfather know the truth. He doesn't know how heartbroken he'll be. Of course not. Your grandfather wouldn't even suspect the baby was lying. That's good. In this world, the only person I worry about is you. Go get the book from the bottom of the first compartment on the third shelf. The bottom one in the first compartment on the third shelf. Ah, here it is. This one. Does grandfather want to read now? I'm not the one who's reading it. It's for you. Give it to me. Right, here you go. Open the book, starting from the first page. Take the 8th word on every other page, starting from the 9th page. Ah. This is the Ling Nanyun families. It's not a secret. Jade Dragon Snow Phoenix Gull. Grandfather, isn't this rather good? This is the Yun family secret recipe. It's one of the things I was supposed to give you this time you came back. There's also another thing. Turn your head and look at the doorway. Do you see that bell? This bell has a strange shape. It's hexagonal. Move a stool over. Take the bell off. Okay. This bell is not only strangely shaped, but it also has floral patterns on it. Ouch. You hurt me. Ow. My hand. This is. Grandfather, this bell has poison on it. Being the heir to the Yun family isn't so easy. In the future, if you take over the Yun family, acupuncture and herbal medicine are crucial for detoxification. If you fail to win over everyone in one aspect, how can you bear the weight of being the Yun family's century-old matriarch? You need to find a way to get rid of the poison in your body first. Keep the bell safe. This is the Cloud family's token. What kind of trick is this? I've been poisoned for no reason. Come here. I have 2 more things for you. This couldn't be. Open it and see. It's the phoenix gall and the jade dragon's blood. Aren't these the 2 things Duan Chengxian is looking for? No, absolutely not. He cannot know I took these 2 things. The Yun family ancestors worshipped the demonic blade. It both saves and kills. Remember this. Before, I only taught you to heal. From now on, you must also learn to use poison. Grandfather means. These 2 exquisite herbs are also poisonous. Not bad. The Yulong cave is a life-saving medicine. But its roots, stems, and leaves are all highly poisonous. Good for making poison. Or antidote. Ultimately, it depends on how people use it. There are a few more books on using poison, take them back with you. You should study hard in the future. And? You're slacking off already, just starting out with poison. Yen wouldn't dare. I didn't expect the Yun family's courtyard to be so large. Someone. Hey! Which family sent the guest in the tree? Little brother, why don't you stay and chat a while? I've been discovered. Is this the Yun family's or the Gu family's estate? The guards are so unprofessional. Huh. I spoke to you politely, little brother, but you refused to come down. So now. If you dare to make a single move, then I won't be polite. Such amazing inner strength. They actually have such a master. I must return and tell the prince. The sun is glorious today. How about I play the flute? We have a deal. Before the flute music ends, everyone stay right where you are. Otherwise, if you make a big commotion, you'll be the one embarrassed. No movement? Then I'll begin. Oh. Forget it. They're not that bad compared to the musicians at the palace banquet. Where's that flute music coming from? It's Yun Lang playing the flute. Who's Yun Lang? He's a young man from the Yun clan of the Peng family. Excellent martial arts skills. He's been by my side all these years. He's practically your cousin. This flute music. I'm afraid someone's trying to eavesdrop here. Yun Lang found out. As for who sent them. Girl. Prince Jing is not a simple man. You must be careful in the prince's mansion. You absolutely mustn't be blinded by love. Your eyes are those of a naive child. I will heed my maternal grandfather's instructions. That's all I have to say. Then you should go. Go back to the prince's mansion. If one day you don't want to stay at the prince's mansion anymore, your maternal grandfather will come to pick you up at any time. If possible. I'd love to leave with my maternal grandfather right now. But I haven't avenged the blood feud against me yet. How could I let them off? Are you finished talking? I still have to go see Gu Mingyan. See how his affairs are progressing. Brother Xian. Brother Xian, where are you going? Didn't I tell you to rest a while after taking your medicine, Wanner? Why are you up? Xian Gij isn't here. Wanner can't sleep by herself. Be good and rest for now. I'll be back soon. Xian Gij is leaving in such a hurry. But I need to go find Sister Gu. Brother Xian seems to have gotten closer to Sister Gu. That's wonderful news. It's nothing like that. I only have you in my heart. Don't worry. That's right, Warner is all I need. I'm just checking if he's done what he promised me. You just wait here. I'll be right back. As long as Gu Mingyan hands over those 2 herbs, everything will be solved. Don't worry. Humph. Sun Ming is smitten. Bright moon. Go and ask where the second Miss Gu's courtyard is. Yes, as a guest. I cannot be impolite. I should go and pay a visit to this second Miss Gu Mingyan, that bitch. Die. Die. Just die. Miss, please calm down. How am I supposed to calm down? That little bitch is already above me. What is she? Why does she get to marry the prince and become the princess consort? I am the rightful daughter of this family. His arrogant attitude today. One day, sooner or later, I will make him beg for mercy on his knees. Miss, someone is looking for you. They're in our courtyard right now. It's the one the prince brought. Miss Su. Miss Su. Su Yuan. Strange. What does he want with me? Tell him to wait for me in the small flower hall. I'll be right there. Yes. Miss, what's wrong with you? You look so pale. I'm fine. Don't call anyone. No, you must be sick. I'll go call a doctor. I am a doctor myself. I said I'm fine, I'm fine. It must be the poison from the bell. This is really causing me trouble. Gu Mingyan. Where's what you owe me? I can't tell him I already have it. The thing. You haven't gotten it yet? My maternal grandfather only gave it to me after I inherited the Yun families. After I inherited the Yun family business. What tricks are you playing on me again? This king lets you use me. I've taught your stepmother and sister a lesson for you. It wasn't out of the goodness of my heart. If you weren't useful to me, I would have killed you the day you married into this family. Don't sugarcoat it. You stabbed me twice. I remember it clearly. I'm just lucky to be alive. I'm not dead. Humph, this is a transaction between you and me. Angering me won't benefit you. I could just die, after all. But if I do, Su Yuan will be completely beyond saving. His hand. Could it be, what's wrong with your hand? Let go of the prince. Can't you see, I've been poisoned. Only after the poison is cured can I inherit Yunshur. And obtain the Jade Dragon Snow and Phoenix Duster. If you're so eager to save someone, then help me. What permission? Stop with these petty rules. Gu Mingyan's words are all true. Whether you believe it or not is entirely up to your highness to decide. Miss Su, what brings you to my place? I've heard so much about the beauty of Miss Gu, the second daughter of the Gu family. Meeting you today. It's truly as everyone said. That's why I dared to pay a visit. I hope you don't mind. Is that so? That's really what people are saying outside? Humph. You can't even tell it's just polite talk. So you're a fool. Yeah, that's what everyone says. I came to see you. I even prepared some gifts. They're some small pieces of jewelry that Brother Xian usually gave me. There are just too many to bring. Do you like them? A top-grade mutton fat jade bracelet. This is far too precious. This woman calls Prince Jing Brother Xian, too. She seems to be quite favored. As for Gu Mingyan, it's truly shameful to say. I've long heard that you and the Prince Jing have been childhood sweethearts. If it weren't for my elder sister's interference, you two would have. The princess is a very good person. Besides, as long as Brother Xian has me in his heart, I don't care about titles. You're in my heart. Humph. Even Su Yuan, that nobody who popped out of nowhere, can actually climb up to Prince Jing. Why? What am I, Gu Zijin, lacking? Rumor has it that the prince once studied under a reclusive hermit in the mountains. I hear Miss Su also comes from the mountains. Could it be that you and the prince are from the same school? What incredibly good fortune. To have such a master. And be childhood sweethearts with the prince. Yes. Brother Xian has always been very kind to me. A kindness I could never repay in a lifetime. I'll never be able to repay this debt in my lifetime. That's a nice way of putting it. That vixen definitely plans to cling to the prince for the rest of his life. Guard this well. If even a speck of dust touches it, you'll face the consequences. After all this talking, I'm exhausted. Miss Sue, please return. I won't see you out. Have a safe journey. Is that so? Then Warner will take her leave. Second Miss. Rest well. Without a name or status, she still receives so many benefits in the Jing. If I could enter the prince's mansion, wouldn't I enjoy wealth and honor? Enjoy it endlessly. Not bad. I must discuss this matter properly with mother. Miss, look. Second Miss Gu. Ha 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 ha. The legitimate daughter. Ha 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 ha. How can there be such a foolish woman in the world? Ha 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 ha. That pathetic look on your face is just as stupid as yours. Unbelievably stupid. Ha ha ha, you're killing me. Ha, don't you know your own status? What Miss Jai? Your mother was just a concubine. You were raised as a servant. Excuse me, miss, but what brings you here today? Ha ha ha. In this world, it's because of people like you that my value is highlighted. I'm in a good mood today. I might as well tell you. Although I'm only here to see the second Miss Gu today. It seems. From then on, he'll only be worth as much as a puppet. Miss Sue. What are you doing here? The prince wants you to go back immediately. Doing what? In such a hurry? I have to return to the prince's manor. The carriages are all waiting at the entrance of the Gu residence. Your humble servant sees you off. His Highness heard that Miss Sue is unwell. So he specially had a small step installed on the carriage, to make it easier for her to get in. Yenner, let's get in the carriage. It's His Highness. Such a potent poison. I'm so dizzy I can barely stand. Gu Mingyan, Gu Mingyan. You have to at least make it to the train car before you collapse from this scene. Oh, no. I'm about to fall. What am I even worrying about? It's not like it's my first time being laughed at. Watch out. My legs just gave out on me. Let go of me. You pervert. Do you think I want to hold you? What on earth was Yun Qingyang thinking? To poison even his own granddaughter? I'll get out of the car and call Mu Qing to examine you. Stop. Come back here. Is that poison Gu Mingyan ingested attacking her brain? I'm being unusually kind in wanting to save you. Why were you so eager to get out of the car? I acted instinctively. No, we can't go down yet. The Gu family are still here. Too many people, too much gossip. Once the situation escalates, it won't be so easy to handle. Let's discuss everything after we return to the prince's mansion. Have you figured out what kind of poison it is? Sigh. I, Mu Qing, am incompetent. I've never seen this kind of poison before. My medical skills are not the best. But they are above average. Yun's poison doesn't seem to be an unsolvable common one. But Su Yuan hasn't improved in all these years. Could it really be because Mu Qing is incompetent? Stop arguing, you insignificant pen pusher. Let me tell you a prescription. Have Mu Qing prepare the medicine for me. You know how to detoxify. Since you know how to do it yourself, why bother Mu Qing? Who told you that just because I know how to detoxify, I can definitely cure the poison? This prescription is just a bold attempt on my part. It's purely a gamble. It's better than being tormented like this. You're quite good at ordering people around. Have your maidservant do it. Mother has to take care of Warner. I don't have time for you. Miser. It's all because the renowned physician you hired is incompetent. I can't get myself out of this situation. It's deliberate revenge. Yes, it's my bad luck. Even as a princess, I have to rely on a servant who doesn't know herbs to get my medicine. It's all because I didn't judge people correctly. Even to write a prescription, I have to go back and get my own ink and brush. Xian Gij, Brother Xian. Brother Xian is indeed as I thought. I'm taking care of Sister Gu just like you are. Wanner, why aren't you resting in your room? What are you doing here? I heard Sister Gu isn't feeling well. So I came to see her. Sister Gu, are you alright? This woman, picking this time to come. Could it be that they heard something? Came to check if I'm alive or dead? No. I can't think about this yet. My chest. It hurts so much. Xian Gij. Sister Gu, what's going on? So much blood. Wanner, don't be afraid. I'm here. Don't look. Humph. Such a fuss over nothing. It's just a little blood stasis. It's much better now. Sister Gu, could it be that you've contracted some infectious disease? Mu Qing, have you checked my sister's pulse? Humph, yes. It's a contagious disease, but having Mu Qing check my pulse is useless. That quack is far inferior to me. Otherwise, you wouldn't be bedridden for so long, humph. Miss Su, how about I take your pulse to check on you? What are you doing? Let go of Gu Mingyan. Let go. Brother, what should we do? Will Wanna be infected? How could that be? This appearance. Could it be that Su Yuan? Su Yuan isn't sick at all. She's perfectly healthy. Oh no, has Gu Mingyan discovered me? That bitch. Su Yuan, you. Xian Gij, my head hurts so much. And my chest too. Mother, come quickly and see what's wrong with Wanner. Miss Su suddenly fell ill. Quickly take her back to her room to rest. I'll go prepare some medicine for her. Wanner, don't be afraid. Everything will be alright. Hurry, let's go. Humph, how interesting. So Su Yuan has been faking her illness all along. If Duan Chengxian, who's done so many stupid things, ever finds out the truth, I wonder if he'd be so angry he'd spit blood. What a fool. But I'm not going to tell him. Miss, what are you laughing at? I'm laughing at a man who's invincible on the battlefield. Being completely fooled in a woman's backyard. Still unaware. Humph. Sun Dan, did you understand what the young lady said? I didn't understand. It's alright if you didn't understand. Go help me decoct the medicine. Your young lady, we're all going to be poisoned to death. Yes. I'll go right away. Xian Gij. I'm in so much pain. My chest feels so awful. What on earth is going on? Why did Mujin and Wanner suddenly fall ill? Miss Su is weak. I'm afraid it's because she was near the princess, that's why. It's not because Sister Gu is poisoned. But her Phoenix courtyard is so close to me. I'm so scared. The poison on Gu Mingyan affects Wanner. It should have some effect. Xian Gij. Could you please ask elder sister Gu to temporarily move out of Fengming Garden? She can come back after she's better. She is, after all, my nominal wife. If I let her move out, it wouldn't be right, morally or logically. What wouldn't be right? You never used to be so melancholic. It's clearly that bitch Gu Mingyan who seduced you. She stole your heart. Then Wanner will simply not go out anymore. Your Highness, Miss Su needs to go out more. Get some sun. It's good for her health. Mother, please don't say any more. Don't make Xian Gij, older brother Xian, uncomfortable. I'm fine. Forget it, just let him move out. Wanner's well-being is the priority. Go and tell the princess. He must move out of Fuming Courtyard within 2 days. What did you say? You want our young lady to move out of Fengming Garden? Unbelievable. Fengming Courtyard is the rightful residence of the princess consort. Why should our young miss move out? This is what the prince ordered. Miss Qing, if you have any objections, you can raise them to the prince yourself. Shouting here won't help. Please hurry up, princess consort, the prince specifically said. You must move out within 2 days. Have Duan Chengxian come see me. I won't move unless he comes. The prince is resting at our young lady's place. You'd better be sensible. Don't provoke the prince. Or you'll. I am the mistress of this prince's mansion. You're nothing but a servant. Who gave you the audacity to disobey me? Dare to utter another word, and I'll cut out your tongue. Your Highness, please uphold justice for our young miss. I was merely conveying your orders. But the princess slapped me twice as soon as she saw me. She also said. What did you say? You said our young lady is a vixen, shamelessly seducing the prince. You're lying, Green Lotus. Sister Gu wouldn't say such things. Brother Xian is right. Xian Gij is not bad. Although Gu Minyan's personality isn't exactly gentle, she wouldn't be so unreserved. Lu He, do you know that falsely accusing your master is punishable by death? This servant did not. Considering you are Wanner's person, I, your prince, will spare your life today. Give yourself 20 slaps at noon. Xian Gij, Brother Xian. Lu He was just acting out of panic. I didn't intend to slander Sister Gu. Wanner servants are to be punished for their mistakes. I know you are kind-hearted, but you can't always condone them. If these people don't act, they must be itching for a beating. No, no, no. This servant will administer the punishment immediately. I'll go talk to Gu Mingyan. You rest first. Don't worry, I'll take care of it. Okay, I'll do as Xian Gij says. Miss. I told you to stop. Continue beating her. Beat her 100 times. Do you know what stupid thing you've done? You've just raised Gu Mingyan's status in Xian Gij's heart even higher. If it weren't for fearing Xian Gij would find out, I would have someone drag you out and beat you to death right now. Miss, the prince has arrived. I know. Please show him in. You can wait outside. The prince arrived rather quickly. Please sit. Would you like some tea? No need. Don't be so polite. Tell me, what will it take for you to move out of Fengming Garden? Oh, how surprising. His Royal Highness actually asks for my opinion. Humph, I thought you were here to start a fight. I prepared a whole bunch of retorts, but now I can't say them. You are the legitimate wife. Moving out of Fengming Garden is indeed a bit unreasonable, so. Hasn't the prince always refused to acknowledge me as his rightful wife? What's gotten into you today? Don't get cocky just because I'm being lenient. Speak properly, less sarcasm. Fine, you want me to move out? It's not impossible, just set up a separate residence for me. Impossible. Do you want the whole world to know that we're not getting along? Then I'll compromise. I want the largest courtyard on the west side of the prince's mansion. That's no problem. But that courtyard has been abandoned for years. Hey, I haven't finished yet. I have 2 conditions for moving there. First, the mansion will pay for the courtyard's renovation. From now on, whether it's His Highness or Miss Su. Without my permission, you may not enter my courtyard, and please don't inquire about what I do in my courtyard. Fine, as long as it's not something illegal, I'll agree to it. A gentleman's word is his bond. His Highness, you can't go back on your word, oh. As soon as the west courtyard is repaired, I'll move out. Your Highness, please return. I hope you keep your word. Don't play tricks. Xian Gij, eat this. The prince and princess require 500 taels of silver from the account room for house repairs. Amen, granted. Brother Xian, this soup is also. The prince and princess want to withdraw 200 taels of silver from the accounts office to build a medicinal herb garden. Approved. Let them have their way. Brother Xian, I want The prince and princess want from the accounts office. Approved. Everything's approved. Let them take however much silver they need. No need to ask me. Brother Xian. How much money will Sister Gu need this time? It was my fault for making him move out of Fengming Garden. Let him spend the money if he wants to. This manor belongs to Brother Xian. Asking him to move isn't the same as kicking him out. Sister, you're being a little unreasonable. Wanner, I told you, let him be. Xian Gij never treated me like this before. Ever since this Gu Mingyan arrived, everything has changed. It seems I need to find a way to get rid of this woman soon. At the very least, I need to make Xian Gij distance himself from her. Miss, please. People say the garden can be repaired in 10 days. We've spent so much silver. We'll definitely build you a satisfactory garden, humph. I understand. It still won't work, this method. This acupuncture can only temporarily suppress the poison. It can't be eradicated. What kind of problem has my maternal grandfather given me? I've been researching this for so long. I haven't even a clue how to interpret this. Poor me, a doctor of Western medicine, studying traditional Chinese medicine every day. Now I even have to study poisons. I miss my operating room and research institute so much. Oh, Inxiang. Do you know if there are any famous doctors in our city? Ones who specialize in detoxification. I haven't heard of any doctor who's particularly skilled in detoxification. Isn't Mr. Yun the most skilled? He administered this poison. Can I still ask him for treatment? If not, then forget it. I remember. Dr. He from Jishir Hall in the west of the city. I heard he's a famous doctor. I don't know if it's true. Regardless of whether it's true or not, prepare the carriage. Let's go to Jishir Hall. Thank you, Dr. He. You're such a kind person. Be sure to thank him for me. Certainly, I will let him know. Wow. It seems Jishir Hall truly lives up to its reputation. There are so many people seeing the doctor, miss. We've all been waiting so long. Should we tell them? Let us see the doctor first. No, it's almost our turn. Yin Xiao is cutting in line. So uncivilized. Uncivilized. What is civility? Madam. It's your turn, Dr. He. Please come in. Madam Wild Wolf. What are your symptoms? To be frank, I've been poisoned. Do you know of any antidote? This is a rather unusual poison. Perfectly healthy. How could I have been afflicted with such a strange poison? I can't disclose the details. Have you ever encountered this poison before? Is it possible to cure it? Unheard of. Naturally, there's no antidote. I can only try to prescribe you a formula. This doctor he truly has some skills. This prescription is even more refined than I initially imagined. However, Dr. He, what do you think of replacing this herb with white tuckahoe? Oh. The white car, though used for detoxification. But hey, meow meow. Huh. I initially thought this prescription, while it clears toxins, is cold in nature. The white car not only clears toxins, but also nourishes the body. It just counteracted the other medicines. Wow, I didn't expect you to be so knowledgeable in medicine. I only have a superficial understanding. I wouldn't call it expertise. Oh, madam, you're too modest. If you don't mind. You could also come to Jishir Hall often in the future to discuss things with me. Xiao Hai. Watch carefully. This madam, next time she comes, just have her go directly to my consulting room. Got it? Yes, of course. Thank you, Dr. He. May I ask you something? How long will it take for these medicines to arrive? Fang Fang and the others will be going up the mountain to collect herbs tomorrow. It should arrive the day after tomorrow. Can I see Fang Fang and the others when I go up the mountain? I also want to go up the mountain to check on the medicinal herbs. If you wish to go, I will let Fang Fang know. Meet them at the north gate tomorrow at dawn. Ah, thank you for your trouble. Thank you very much, Dr. He, for today. I'll come find you again after I get the herbs. What? You're going up the mountain to collect herbs? No, absolutely not. It's too dangerous. You can't go. What's all this shouting about? I'm not deaf, you know. Miss, whatever herbs you need, we'll just buy them. There's no need for you to go up the mountain yourself. It's too dangerous. You don't understand. Silly girl, I'm a medical practitioner. I'm passionate about these things. Personally collecting them and buying them from others are naturally different. That's settled then. No negotiation. Anyway, I won't let you go. I'll just sit at your door all night. You want to go up the mountain. Unless you step over my corpse. Exactly, exactly. Humph. Just you two little girls. Still trying to stop me? Just you wait and see. Things are dry and the weather is hot. Be careful with fire. I'll be back by daybreak, miss. Humph. Got the herbs. I'm coming. Why aren't they here yet? Time's almost up. They should be here soon, right? Oh, here they come. Excuse me, everyone. I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. Let's get going. This is your first time up the mountain, madam? I'm Wan Fong. Just follow us. It's easy to get lost in the mountains, but don't worry. Wow. The mountain scenery at dawn. It's so beautiful. I didn't expect to see such a view while collecting herbs. There's a 9 glory grass over there, by mother's side. I'll go pick it. Be careful. That's a cliff over there. Don't be so reckless. Mother, don't worry. Wow, it's really 9 light grass. This is worth a lot of money. Mother, look, I found it. We can buy medicine for father when we go home today. Mother, save me. Be careful. Yenner. Help. Someone, help. Yenner, are you alright? Are you both okay? How's the little girl? Did she fall anywhere? It hurts so much here. Did you slip on a rock? It's not bleeding much. It shouldn't have damaged any blood vessels. It's lucky nothing serious happened. Otherwise, I wouldn't even have the tools to treat it. Don't move, little girl. Let me treat your wound. I still need to have someone craft a familiar set of tools. Thank you, sister. You wait here. We'll go down the mountain now and get people to rescue you. What? You say Gu Mingyan is missing? Explain clearly what happened. Or I'll have your head today. Your Highness, forgive me. The young miss secretly went up the mountain early this morning. I was worried sick. So I sent people to look for her. Just now, I heard from someone coming down the mountain that the young miss fell off a cliff. Langya and I are going up the mountain with others. We'll bring that reckless woman back. And you, wait until I get back before I deal with all of you fools. Young miss, please come back safely. Sister. I'm so cold. Am I going to die? It's just a little blood loss. Just go back and rest. You'll be fine. Someone's coming. Someone's coming to save us. Gu Mingyan, that damned woman. Are you down there? Look up at me. Are you hurt? I'm fine, but the little girl fell and hurt herself. Can you help us get up? It hurts so much. I think I twisted my ankle when I fell. Gu Mingyan, what's wrong with you? I didn't. What are you doing? Where are you hurt? Let me see how serious it is. You're crazy. You just jumped down like that? Don't you know how dangerous that was? What? You're worried about me? I'm worried about myself, okay? It's so narrow here. What if you land badly and knock me down? I was trying to help you. You're so ungrateful. Who told you to save me like that? You have no safety awareness at all. Damn Gu Mingyan. One day, I'm going to strangle you. Shut up. Why are you talking so much? What are you doing? Let go. I'll take you 2 burdens up there. If you keep nagging, I'll throw you down. Just use a rope to pull the princess up. Why do you insist on going down yourself? It's too dangerous. Yes. Shut up. Yenner, are you alright? This child, why are you so worrisome? Sister has already treated my wound. Yenner is fine. I'm sorry for worrying mother. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. You're welcome, you don't have to be so polite. Be careful. Knowing you're injured, you still keep moving around. Let me see. Why such a heartfelt conversation? It's just a sprain. You weren't afraid I'd die when you stabbed me. Mu Qing said you're a special bloodline of the Yun family. Your recovery is extremely strong. You won't die easily. Nonsense. If I hadn't died, how would I have time traveled here? Mother probably just wanted to kill Yuan Zhong. Besides, what would happen to Wanner if you died? What will happen to Wanner? From now on in Langya, you will stay by the princess's side. Never leaving her. Yes. You're monitoring me. I'm protecting you. Nonsense. You can try to find out who exactly in the Jing is calling the shots. The princess consort is expected back at the manor. Yes. Duang Chengxian, go ahead and be arrogant. It won't be long before I get rid of you. Miss, is your foot all right? A little burn. Under the guise of house repairs, approximately 1,000 taels of silver were secretly kept. That should be enough for me to rent a clinic. Then, afterwards. Not good, miss. It's bad news. Su Yuan went to the garden we're renovating. You should go and take a look. Here we go again. Su Yuan is probably uncomfortable if she doesn't stir up trouble for a day. Let's go see what shenanigans she's up to. That's where I'm going to live. Humph. And it's about time I returned the grievances I suffered there. Your Highness. Are you going to the Western Garden? Langya, I ask you. Since I am the princess of this manor, don't I count as your master? Naturally. Then what is Su Yuan to you? Miss Su is the prince's guest. It has nothing to do with Langya. Your Highness, rest assured, no matter what happens, Langya will report everything truthfully to the prince. We will never utter a single lie. Not bad, you're a clever one. Come with me. I hope you're a man of your word. What's with the Phoebe Nanmu wood? Why would a pavilion need such fine lumber? Hiring my sister is not such a luxury. It must be you servants inciting this. Sister, have all this Phoebe Nanmu wood removed immediately. Change it to ordinary camphor wood. This. How much money does Gu Mingyan want to spend before she's satisfied? Who's giving orders in other people's gardens? She has no shame. Elder sister. You all go stand aside. Miss Su and I need to talk privately. Sister, I'm sorry. Wanner just couldn't stand those servants' instigation. You didn't mean to embarrass me, did you? Su Yuan, I can't accept you calling me sister. You're a commoner. You have no status or position in the prince's mansion. Are you worthy of calling me sister? You're not happy about it, are you? Keep your dissatisfaction to yourself. Serves you right for not being capable enough to be a princess. Humph. What a pity. Gu Mingyan, who do you think you are? Xian Gij will protect you. I just need one word. That would just add 2 more strikes against you in his heart. Oh, really? What if he knew you weren't actually sick? Wouldn't he be furious enough to kill you? What did you say? Gu Mingyan. Don't talk nonsense. Do you have any proof? You think Xian Gij will believe you? Whether you believe me or not, I don't care. But now there's something else I need to do. You owe me so many times. It's time you paid some interest, right? What? You. What are you doing? You. What is Gu Mingyan doing? He wants to frame me. Miss. Someone's coming. Someone's here. Someone's here. The young lady fell into the water. The young lady fell into the water. Miss. What on earth is going on? How did you two suddenly fall into the water? Gu Mingyan, are you up to your tricks again? Your Highness, Prince Jing. Speak with evidence. I fell into the water too. You're so quick to blame me. Isn't that a bit too much? Langya, you told His Royal Highness that. You only saw Miss Su and the princess having a conflict. Miss Su, in a moment of anger, pushed the princess into the water. You're lying. It wasn't like that at all. Brother Shui, I didn't. It was Sister Gu herself. Wanner, stop talking. What's with that disappointed look on his face? He doesn't believe me. Langya wouldn't lie. Wanner, you acted too impulsively this time. Xian Gij, why don't you believe me? I didn't. My chest hurts so much. Yin Xiao, quickly get me my medicine. My wound has reopened. Hurry up and call a doctor. Don't you see the princess is injured? I'm sorry, Wanner was wrong in this matter. I apologize on her behalf. Just tell me what compensation you want. Compensation is secondary. Miss Su is unwell. Take her back quickly. The most important thing is to take good care of her. Your Highness, Miss Su is not feeling well. And she fell into the water today and caught a chill. You should rest more these days. You can't always be running around outside. You're right. From today on, Wanner will rest in her room. She can only take walks in the courtyard at most. Don't let her run around outside anymore. I don't want her, that vile woman Gu Mingyan. She clearly wants to confine me. That's enough. I'll send you back to your room. Don't say any more. Gu Mingyan. You just wait for me. Miss, are you alright? Are you feeling unwell anywhere? Su Yuan went too far. How could she push you into the water? He pushed me. He'd have to be capable of that, though. Miss, you mean he didn't push you? You fell yourself? Langya, what did you see? This subordinate only saw Miss Su push you. I know nothing else. Miss, can't you think of another way? Don't you think about what would happen if someone fell into the water? Nothing happened, did it? Su Yuan won't be able to bother me for a while now. Just you wait. From now on, you owe me. And I'll make you repay tenfold. I originally thought the princess wouldn't be able to beat Miss Su. It seems the princess consort isn't so simple. Gu Mingyan. This vile woman dares to frame me. He even found out. I wasn't even sick. If Xian Gij ever finds out. No. I must get rid of this woman as soon as possible. Gu Mingyan must die. Miss. What are you planning to do? In a few days. The royal hunt will begin, won't it? That place is dangerous, it's a place of swords and bloodshed. Several people die there every year. Get me pen and paper. I'm writing a letter. Be careful to deliver it for me. Don't let it leak, understand? Yes, miss. Rest assured. Miss, a letter has been delivered for you. A letter? Who delivered it? It was delivered by a little beggar. I don't know who actually sent it to you. It's strange that someone would send me a letter. Could it be some young lady? You may leave now. I'll call you if I need anything. Yes, Furong, I'll dismiss you. The day of the hunt. You must go with your father. To meet me. I already have a way to get you married into the Jing. Su Yuan. Su Yuan. This letter was written by him. What does he want? He wants to help me marry into the prince's mansion. What's in it for him? Humph. Although I can't trust this woman. But if I don't seize this opportunity, father will marry me off to the second son of the Luo Guogong. That second son, who doesn't even have a right to inheritance, how can he compare to Prince Jing? Furong, come in and change my clothes. I'm going to see father. Miss, you can't do this. You have a cold. Take a rest. No, these herbs must be made into pills while they're fresh. Otherwise, their efficacy will be greatly reduced. Besides, that couple. I don't know what kind of trouble they might suddenly cause. We can't wait any longer. Okay. Miss, shouldn't you consult a doctor again? Taking medicine like this haphazardly, aren't you worried something might happen? How are you feeling now? Is the poison gone? It hasn't been cleared. It seems to only be temporarily suppressed. Ah, it's such a headache. What kind of poison is this? Miss, someone's come from the prince's residence. They say you should go to the front yard immediately. Go to the front yard for what? Can't he just let me have 2 days of peace? Miss, you should go quickly. They say the Empress Dowager has arrived. He personally asked you to come. Sigh, alright, I understand. I'll go there now.